Hey there, it's YoBo. Welcome. I think this is day 289 of Life According to YoBo. Come on, children. We are in a good series entitled, it's too loud. I know how to act like a lady, but how do I think like a man? My books are on YoBoProductions.com, videos, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We have moved into chapter 3 of I know how to act like a lady, but how do I think like a man? See, that's how you stop getting played. That we two different species. Just like there's a difference in a dog and a cat, there is a difference between a male and a female, and you have to understand the way we are wired. Once you understand the way we are wired, I mean just really what's in our DNA. Once you understand what makes us tick, that's when you can begin to examine the choices you have made in your past, and it's going to help you in your future because you won't be so quick to act. We are in the chapter entitled Look for Fun, Not for the One. Go to the previous day's message if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I want to show you something. Let me read this real quick because this goes right in line with what I'm sharing with you. I was watching Judge Mathis and I had to stop what I was doing, grab my computer, and begin to take notes about this silly Where do these silly women come from? Where do all these silly women come from? I'm not even going to think about it further because if I went on TV and told my real story, and if you went on TV and told your real story, we'd probably be just as stupid as this one. But this is what the woman said. She says, because remember what I said, look for fun and not the one. She says, when I met him, it was love at first sight. Now, what did I just tell you? Don't look for the one. First of all, you just met this man. You don't know his middle name. You don't know his mama. You haven't seen his W-2 form. You haven't seen his medical report. You don't know how many children he has. You don't know if he's delinquent on child support. You don't know nothing. I took one look at him and it was love at first sight. She followed up that statement with, but I didn't know he was an abusive alcoholic. See what I said? Now that's going back to chapter 2 as well. You got to ask questions. You give yourself time to get to know the person. It's impossible to meet somebody and fall in love with them. Now you can meet them and fall in lust with them right away. Oh yeah, that's possible. But love takes decades to develop. You know, not months, not years, decades to develop. Real love. Because when people get married, I just love him. We get married. Oh, I just love him. Okay. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love endures. Is that in there? Does it say something in the Bible about love enduring? But you just love him, and before y'all get to your 5-year anniversary, you in divorce court. That ain't love, okay? Now, there's sometimes people can dupe you and people can fool you. That happens. But, okay, going back to Miss Love at First Sight. They met in December. The police were there moving his stuff out in August. But they did last a little while. At least they went about 7 or 8 months. She said she allowed him to move in with her and her children. I didn't know he was very jealous. I didn't know he had an alcohol problem. Okay, see, that stuff you would have seen. We constantly fought all the time. Judge Mathis said, what you fight about? We fought about anything. I couldn't even go to the nail shop with my kids. I couldn't attend an event at my daughter's college. I didn't want to believe it at first. Ladies, when you get those butterflies in your stomach, when something's waking you up in the middle of the night and they're saying, you know, little something is saying, it ain't right. Something ain't right. See, with us, we don't want to listen to something when we get that warning. We have to do like this woman, and we have to just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving until we get to the point where something bops us right upside the head because she didn't want to believe it at first. I'm getting ready to tell you what happened to really make her believe that he was not the person she thought he was. She said he would follow me to the nail shop. He would bust in the nail shop drunk, and he'd be intoxicated at 11 o'clock in the morning. He pulled a gun on me twice. Wait a minute. When I met him, it was love at first sight. Okay, then she said, I didn't want to believe it at first. Okay, so he pulled a gun on you twice. Okay, the first time he pulled a gun on you, you still didn't want to believe it? Okay, the second time he pulled a gun on you, you still didn't want to believe it? That's what she said. I didn't want to believe it at first. Obviously, she didn't want to believe it a second, third, fourth, fifth. I'm talking about her. But I want you to see yourself in here. I want you to just stop and see, how many times did something tell me to stop? How many times did something tell me, girl, he ain't the one? How many times did you hear that voice in your head saying, get away? And how many times were you just like her? And you said, I didn't want to believe it at first. I ain't telling, don't ask me. I'm asking you how many times. I'm too embarrassed to tell you how many times it was for me. She said he came home from work at a nightclub where he sells drugs. Huh? He sells Molly, weed, and something else she couldn't remember. I don't even know what Molly is. So obviously I need to get out more. They had a fight this night. This is the night when it ended, August 9th. She can't remember what the argument was about. She said, I was stupid in love, just happy to have somebody to love me and somebody to help. But the dude put a gun on you twice. You happy to have somebody. You happy just to say you got a man, but you go to the nail shop and dude busts in the nail shop in front of the China people, in front of your daughter, cussing and acting a fool. I know that wasn't politically correct, but y'all know what I mean. Cussing and acting a fool. And you were just stupid in love, happy to have somebody, even if the somebody you had was a fool. Y'all come back tomorrow. Finish telling you about this woman. Look, some of us can be silly. Some of us can be stupid. Some of us can be foolish. She just straight up dumb. Day 290. What I tell you? That's why you got to look for fun. Not the one. Because your lust and your emotions will get you hooked up with the wrong one. Come back tomorrow. Bye-bye.